Number 2. How dare you make fun of Dora? That's another thing that I'll never hear the end of. I used to like this popular Nick Jr. character in the early 2000s, but after a Pinata video incident, I went from liking her to hating her, and I've hated her ever since. And ever since, there have been bad times I've had with her, other than the Pinata video incident. Like, there was one time where I would watch an episode, and right at the beginning, Dora says, "I see you," and I would get creeped out by it. And I also said last year that a couple of my high school classmates, and this was when I was a sophomore at St. Anthony's, and a couple of my classmates would sing the Dora song, and they would just annoy me. And another thing that I forgot to say was that during a carnival cruise, me, Sammy, and a few kids were playing a guessing game. The first one decided to play Eeyore, and at least that's a character that I do like, but I'll get to that in a little bit. I showed everybody the SpongeBob Truth or Square DVD, and I didn't expect this to be in the opening trailers for this. Indeed. And after that Eeyore guess, the second one decided that they were going to be Dora, and for whatever reason, I decided to run out of the room screaming, and I got caught after doing that. Why did I do that in the first place? Because my conscience is a total idiot. And I have to listen to it every day and every time and every second and every minute until it's no longer with me. And every day, too. So, because my explanations as to why I hated this character didn't go so well in part 1, I decided to do a part 2 of this. And if you'll see over here, Dora is way too close to the front of the DVD case. Anyway, I did a part 2 on this, and I was more nicer and explaining a little better in part 2, but I couldn't save both parts from getting more dislikes than likes. Dora the Explorer. I'm sure that you will explore with every human being on this planet, but you're not going to explore with me. And the number one mistake that I have made on the show is... why couldn't you give the Dragon Tales version of the Kellogg's Rice Krispies commercial a second chance, you time waster? This mistake has been haunting me ever since I did Coming Up Next on Dragon Tales Bumper Month back in April. When I did the Dragon Tales version of the Kellogg's Rice Krispies commercial, and I was running out of time for the month of October, so I didn't have time to do a second chance, I played this commercial just one time, and the one time that I got from this scary commercial, and it's not that scary anymore, but it was scary back then. I get this. A buffer when it was not supposed to happen. And ever since, I've regretted not giving this commercial a second chance until I did a solo video itself on my TV in April when I did Coming Up Next on Dragon Tales Bumper Month. And that attempt was better, and I uploaded it on my TV, and there was no buffering, and it played perfectly. And so while that happened, I again felt really sorry for this commercial, and I definitely do want to give this another chance. the Dragon Tales version of the Kellogg's Rice Krispies commercial. Even though the Teletubbies version is much better, and I was scared of you when I was little, I'm not scared of you anymore, and I will give you another chance later on. So those are the top 13 mistakes that I have made. Sure, there are more that might have happened, and there will be more in the future, but right now it's time to go back to regular episodes, and I'll think about what I want to do next. So, I'll see you next time for William Weyser's Childhood Fears, and I'll see you later tonight for the last day of Shape Week. Until then, don't get scared.